Hey guys, welcome back. Number one Geek here.
Yeah.
So we just finished watching Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie, which we've seen it before.
Yeah.
It wasn't the first, hasn't been the first time. Just adjusting the camera here. Anyways, yeah, the reason we watched it was because we're planning to go see tonight. Actually, we're planning to go see the new Power Rangers movie,
which I'm really excited about.
I'm excited to see it too. I mean, it's gotten mixed reception right now, but it's
even though I'm mostly a fan of Power Rangers and you were like into Beetleborgs.
Yeah, I as a kid I loved Big Bad Beetleborgs more than I did Power Rangers, which
yeah.
I was fine with Power Rangers. I liked it just fine.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of Beetleborgs. I did watch it when I was a kid, but I watched it a few months ago, and I really enjoyed Beetleborgs.
Yeah, so like obviously like as kids we probably didn't really see the cheese factor in Power Rangers that much as we actually do now looking back on it. I mean, especially the movie, which the movie's the original movie is dampened by the fact that like yes, it's a theatrically released film, but they did not put enough money into that CGI. They just didn't.
No, it's one of the most ugliest CGI. It wouldn't even pass by PlayStation standards.
Doug Walker saying in The Real Thoughts that it was garbage CGI. That's accurate. That's like low grade video game, computer game CGI.
I think the computer games will laugh at how horrible
maybe
it is.
Maybe. And the yeah, we were going to also watch Turbo, a Power Rangers movie tonight, but we didn't have time. So,
and I am not in the mood for that crappy movie.
Which Doug Walker's actually kind of said that like it's enjoyable for just how like unbelievably stupid it is.
Yeah,
even more so I think is what he said. More so he said than the first one.
Yeah, it's basically just like the very long weird pilot episode that just shouldn't be in a theatrical release at that time.
Right. So it did feel more like a direct-to-video movie than it did an actual theatrically released film. Anyways, we did not watch the Sins video yet for the CinemaSins video. Everything wrong with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie yet. We waited to record a reaction to it. We would have done the same for Turbo if they'd done one for it this week, but instead they went within time. Okay. I guess maybe they're waiting to do Turbo with the new Power Rangers movie when the time comes. Or maybe they'll skip over it like they did the Bourne Legacy and just go straight to Jason Bourne. Yeah, so as per usual, splitting the video into two parts in order to compensate for the video's runtime. So, here we go. Everything wrong with Power Rangers in the movie 19 minutes or less. Spoilers. Duh.
Centuries ago,
Okay, guys, you have 90 minutes. Think old school when it comes to telling your story, like when bards were a thing.
Zordon came to the city of Angel Grove to establish a command center.
Zordon, an interdimensional being, chooses a random American in every city to establish a command center instead of literally anywhere else in the world.
The noble master sought out 6 extraordinary teenagers.
Because 6 extraordinary people in their late 20s wouldn't be angsty enough, nor would it hit the target demographic.
The young heroes could use their powers to call upon colossal assault vehicles, known as Zords.
I would Zordon entrust this to any human being at all. He clearly has expansive powers, not to mention access to an army of robots he should have total control over. But instead, he uses emotionally volatile teens. Also, if Zordon arrived centuries ago, does that mean the Zord assault vehicles are old tech? Or have they been upgraded through the years? Or the first Zords just tricked out wagons? I can't prove that's stock footage, but that's stock footage.
You might want to slip those on.
Kimberly uses her inside voice, even though she's standing near the open door of an airplane 15,000 feet in the air. When the Red Hot Chili Peppers meet the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, do you get the Mighty Hot Morphin Peppers? And what happens when the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or the Aqua Teen Hunger Force jump in? Man, so many four-name group orgies, so little time. Mighty Morphin Point Breakers. Alright, guys, expects me to believe they can communicate with each other this easily in a free fall. Over a full minute of skydiving bullshit. That's Angel Grove. It's f***ing huge. I'm very disturbed by the fact that there's an American city the size of St. Louis that I've never heard of before. In order to save the observatory, the city of Angel Grove employs some teenagers to jump out of a plane with no adult supervision, because even though a bake sale or a car wash would probably raise more
Who's
money,
flying the
it would be nearly popularly as 90s Extreme.
Why is there not a
Close attention.
skydiving
This is how the
instructor?
pose treated.
Yeah, I didn't do so bad. Fake father-son characters are extremely fake.
He landed in the parking lot.
Wait, so any jack-off in town could sign up for the jump-a-thon? Did the skydiving company donate all the training, manpower, airplane, and other resources needed for a safe skydiving experience so teens could feel like they're saving an observatory? Because if not, I don't think they raised any money. If anything, this event is operating at a loss. This is a pitiful turnout for a city that size. I don't even see any news cameras. That observatory is definitely going to shut down.
Has anybody seen Vulcan's skull?
They probably landed on the roof.
Or they're dead. Jump out of a plane without fully securing their chutes or their helmets. I feel a freeze frame coming at any moment, followed by the JCPenney logo, accompanied by some light videotape
I can
tracking.
definitely see a
Hey,
JCPenney
if you don't do
commercial.
at least 3 cool sports at the beginning, our target audience will not like this movie.
This doesn't look like the target landing zone.
We're all of 5 minutes into this movie and I've already had it with the comic relief.
Come and have a look at this.
You should come and have a look at this cliche. Whoa, did these construction workers tell their boss to come up here and take a look at this just now? The whole thing is exposed already. You mean it took until they completely cleared the dirt off this thing to tell somebody about it?
Take it out!
How about you halt construction and get an archaeologist instead? Apparently there's a smoke machine under the ancient manhole.
What do you think it is?
A giant plastic Easter egg? Also, even though these guys have unearthed an ancient alien artifact, this site isn't crawling with top-secret government agents erasing people's memories with laser pointers. This guy's Union, so he gets ancient evil electrocution pad. Wait, I thought Zordon set up his command center in Angel Grove, not on Tatooine.
So that's 3 minutes already and 29 cents.
This
is not going to end well.
Thanks, Alpha 5, for making no attempt to sound any different from Johnny 5, and including Short Circuit in your first line of dialogue.
A massive surge of evil energy is overloading our sensors.
Even though Zordon put Ivan Ooze in this egg 6,000 years ago, the sensors in Zordon's own system can't handle the evil that this egg is producing.
A morphological being known as Ivan Ooze.
Okay, 90s, what the is up with your obsession with ooze? You put ooze in everything. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The X-Files,
Yeah,
the
that's
entirety of
been a lot of
Nickelodeon,
ooze.
and that scene in The Little Rascals when Waldo calls his dad. I mean, it was everywhere.
6,000 years ago, Ivan Ooze ruled the world with a reign of unparalleled terror.
Since 6,000 years ago was...
Wait. Waldo calls his dad. Oh! Because Trump is the ooze. I was a little slow on that one.
Ivan Ooze ruled the world with a reign of unparalleled terror.
Since 6,000 years ago was the beginning of the Bronze Age and the invention of written language, you'd think archaeologists would have discovered some evidence of an alien evil overlord before now. Too much time in Egypt, not enough time in Angel Grove, I guess.
Capable of enslaving the entire universe.
Fake Wizard of Oz's mouth doesn't sync up with the speech, even a little.
A group of young warriors like yourselves lured him into a hyperlock chamber and buried him deep underground.
Not quite as deep as a normal underground parking garage, though. Also, I guess they parallaxed his ass. That never fails.
Use extreme caution, Rangers. You are dealing with an evil here that is beyond all imagination.
Including the screenwriter? Some otherworldly egg emerges from the ground, and the city of Angel Grove sends its finest security guards equipped with metal folding chairs.
After 2,000 years.
I want to just quickly break to, like... I sent you this description by message already, but I want to read it again. With the new Power Rangers movie approaching, we thought it'd be fun to go looking for sins in the original 1995 Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie. But it wasn't fun. It was grueling. It sucked ass. This movie is balls. Yeah, that's... Clearly you didn't have a good time with this one.
Of searching, you are finally within my grasp.
Where the were you looking for this egg for 2,000 years? The power of this egg obviously called you here, and that's why you're here now. So what were you doing for 2,000 years? Combing the Earth's beaches with a metal detector?
Let's crack this egg.
Why the is Ivan Ooze inside an egg? He doesn't seem like an oviparous creature in any way. I guess the screenwriters came up with so many egg-related puns they had no choice. Keep in mind, this is all happening in the middle of a major city. Even though it's the middle of the night, there should still be passers-by that would see this bullshit.
Smells like teenagers.
I thought about asking what teenagers smell like, but that's the kind of question that gets you on a special list. Also, he can smell teenagers above all the other smells at this construction site, like above the sweaty working man stench. The teens he talks about just roller skated through here briefly.
Anybody see anything?
You mean that the 6 of you are ready to battle evil in short sweatpants and vests? Yes, I see that. How were these assholes this late in arriving to the scene? It was daytime when they were summoned by Zordon. They transported to their headquarters. We told them about Ivan Ooze, then sent them back, and now it's night, and way too late to see what happened. Also, they were literally in the area when they transported. Zordon didn't show them any pictures, or a short video, or even a PowerPoint presentation. Nothing. He could have simply told them about this over the phone and told them to check it out before anything happened.
Did it look something like this?
Ivan decided to assume the identity of a random security guard, even though he immediately reveals himself.
Ew, gross.
Acting!
We're the Power Rangers.
Roll credits.
Yeah.
Why even do this? Can't you just electrocute the entire Power Ranger team right now? For fuck's sake. Evil Space Ooze beings are no match for yellow caution tape.
Welcome to my nightmare.
God damn it, does no one in this movie know how nightmares work? If you're succeeding, it's not your nightmare.
Hey, let me get the door.
When you can tell your foe, let me get the door, before slamming a door in its face, that's not a worthy adversary. How many of these actors considered quitting forever during this scene?
Use, you lose.
This fight scene wasn't so much choreographed as it was constructed around all the available puns in the area. Backflipping when running would be much more effective.
You got us cornered. We can't hold him off. It's Morphin time.
You mean, just now, the ooze monsters wait patiently while the Power
Yeah,
Rangers move
what took
mightily.
so long?
Power Ranger fighting is 80% jumping. Before, they were doing normal human karate. Now they're doing normal human karate, but with vinyl suits on.
All right, let's go.
And now that they have their vinyl
What's
suits
the
on, all of
difference?
their arm moves are accompanied by swooping sounds.
Apparently not.
Yeah, the swooping sound effect
Even though I haven't
was
been trapped in an egg
annoying.
for 6,000 years sounds.
That a Charlie horse since the Renaissance.
Even though I haven't been trapped in an egg for 6,000 years, he knows what the Renaissance is.
Oh, the things that I have missed. The Black Plague. The Brady Bunch reunion.
During Ivan's time in the egg, which apparently had a link to the outside world, he developed an
Something
extreme
extreme
love for the Brady
Brady
Bunch. In fact, I'm going to add another 50 sins for Ivan.
Oh,
You mean flashlight?
Activating power scope.
You mean normal vision but with
50
intrusive
cents,
graphics?
wow.
Also, Jesus Christ, can you believe this was a tentpole summer act?
He saved that. Only saves 50 cents or higher for like the really, really bad movies. When they do this.
You mean normal vision but with intrusive graphics? Also, Jesus Christ, can you believe this was a tentpole summer action movie for Fox back in 1995? It came out on June 30th with Apollo 13 and Judge Dredd, meaning they actually thought this was a great July 4th holiday release. And I pity the poor bastard who watched this and Judge Dredd over the same week. I can do this flyaway bullshit.
Two
then why
bastards.
the
Two
hell
poor
they-
bastards, actually. Gene Siskel and Roger Ebert. The name, at least two.
And Judge Dredd over the same weekend.
Later, dude.
If they can do this flyaway bullshit,
Although,
then why the hell
Judge
they
Dredd is
fuck-
okay, I think.
I didn't see the
We-
Stallone
we've-
Judge Dredd.
Yeah, I've Dredd is better. I do agree with that. Yeah, the which Dredd has clearly. Judge Dredd has a lot of problems, which yeah, Dredd makes up for with the way that it's made. And then what was it? The and yeah, the fact is, it also we've seen the Nostalgia Critic review for Judge Dredd several times.
over the same weekend.
Later, dude.
If they can do this flyaway bullshit, then why the hell they fuck? This is some serious physics-defying nonsense, which I would forgive if it didn't look fake as shit.
See you next fall.
Man, we owe an apology to Mr. Freeze for all those terrible fights. Power Rangers beat his number by the second reel of this movie. And
2 years earlier.
Although, despite the fact there are cheap effects and terrible fight choreography here, these fight scenes are no less confusing or less satisfying than the ones in Age of Ultron.
You okay?
The last time I heard this much swooping, I was watching the video for Michael Jackson's Bad. Seems like they could have done this sooner. In fact, that feels like the title this movie should have went with. I think it's the same length, maybe even shorter when you consider syllables. Also, is this...
Stand by for part 2, please.